Hey everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. I realize that I'm looking a little odd at the moment. I have no eye makeup on, no eyebrows done whatsoever. I saw something once that said I'm a natural blonde. Have you seen my real eyebrows? Because I haven't. So we can all get over the fact that I have no eyebrows. But the look that I'm going to show you today is a cranberry, more warm toned fall makeup type look. It's really cold outside, and so I was feeling something really warm and vibrant. So I'm just gonna basically jump into the tutorial. I didn't do a full face makeup just because I'm not quite prepared to do that sort of lengthiness of a video, and I need to kind of figure out how I want to get the editing done on those sorts of videos before I do that. But let's just jump right in to the eye tutorial. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in, give you a pretty good view of my face at the moment. So the palette that I'm going to be using primarily for this look today is the Kylie Jenner Burgundy palette. Here's an idea of what those shadows look like. But the first step on every single eye look that I'm going to do is I'm going to tight line my eyes. If you don't know what this is, it's you go up into the crease of your eyelashes, the crease, right into your lash line. And as you can see, difference from this eye to this eye kind of just helps to make your eyelashes appear a little bit more fuller, especially at the base. So again, go in, do that on the other eye. Now, an important step that I should have taken prior to putting on my eyeliner is I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm going to be using Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is my absolute favorite eyeshadow primer in the world. It just helps to make my eyeshadow last all day without creasing. I'm just going to blend that in all over my eye, up into my eyebrow as well. I will be listing each of the products that I use below, just in case you guys have any questions as to what it is that I'm using. So I guess first I'm just gonna jump right into the eye look, get everything all focused there. It'd certainly help. So I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush, just like so. And the first color that I'm going to be using is this darker shade. It's Brick off the eyeshadow palette. Gather some of that on my brush, and then I'm just going to pack that in the outer corner of my eye. Always blow off the excess of that. Will certainly help if I'm filming. Alright guys, this is my second video. Don't hate me. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my little concealer brush, or concealer, at the edge of this concealer, and I'm going to go into the outer V, but I'm sorry, first I'm going to take this middle shade here. It's called Beach. Pack that on my brush and put that on the middle inner corner of my eye. And I know this is going to look really harsh at the current time. I'm going to blend everything out. So take that brush, blend that. I hope to be uploading full videos, full face videos next week. I'm basically just using that fluffy brush. I'm just going to, in somewhat circular and windshield wiper motions, just go back and forth across my eyelid to help blend those colors together. And the reason I popped that orange shade in the middle is because it helps act as a transition shade from the dark to the lighter shades of my eye, and it won't create such a harsh line when I do have all of the colors packed on eventually. So going back in with some more of that Brick, I'm just gonna layer a little bit more of that in my outer V. I'm just going to buff that out, bringing that onto the middle of my eyelid as well. This is where I'm going to take my concealer, just lay that against my eye, buff the color out, bring it up just past that concealer edge. Make sure to always blend all the colors together so that everything appears seamless. Make sure I get that close to the edge, just like so. Same thing, we can gather a little bit more, buff a little bit of that onto my eye, and then go in with the shade and blend everything out. The way I'm lining up this concealer edge is right up against my lower lash line. If I like tucked them right underneath my eyelashes, that would be where I lay this so that it helps to make everything even on both sides. This is looking a little harsh, but buff that out just a little bit more. Now, big fluffy brushes are going to be your friends, trust me, because they just make everything blend so much more easily. Just make sure that everything looks really seamless and flawless and blended. Blending is going to be the biggest key to make sure that everything looks really, really nice and seamless. So now going in with my first eyeliner, I'm going to go in with my waterline and bring that eyeliner into my waterline. Sorry if the sniffles, by the way, this is just something that happens to me, so if it's annoying now, be prepared, you're gonna hear a lot of it. So first thing I'm gonna do, just to kind of get my eyebrows started, because I don't like how I look without eyebrows, I'm gonna use the Naked Basics palette. They have this brown shade that, it's a really amazing shade that I'm just gonna use with this angled brush. It helps fit my eyeshadow or my eyebrow shade very perfectly. So I'm just going to gather some of that eyeshadow on my brush. Oh, I got my hair on my face. And I'm just going to fill in just the middle of my eyebrows. Kind of give just a shape to work off of, because again, I don't really have much going for me on their own, because my eyebrows are like non-existent. Okay, so yeah, I know that looks horrible right now. It's really just to provide some sort of color to go off of. So for my next step, I'm gonna go for my under eye. I'm gonna use this little fluffy brush here and just gathering this shade in the corner, Almond. It's a lightly darker shade than what we've been using on top, and it'll just kind of help to bring, I just got that original dark shade. It'll help to just bring everything together without appearing too dark. So getting a little bit of that color on my brush, I'm just gonna bring this under my lash line. Here I have a little mirror here that definitely is helping me. Bring that just underneath my lash line, and I'm making sure to blend that in to my lash line, kind of where that eyeliner is. Helps to blend everything together. Wow, I'm really failing at life. Let's not use this mirror. Let's do a more guys, please forgive me for the crudeness of this video. It's horrible. But again, I'm perfecting my skills at filming makeup tutorials. This is really the first makeup tutorial I think I've ever really filmed. So, just kind of taking a look at my eyes, I'm going to bring this shade that I have underneath and just buff that into that V that we had created with the concealer. and just kind of make that a smooth transition. As well on this side here. Bring that up like so. Not knocking anything down. When in doubt, if anything looks too harsh, just go back in, help with the blender brush, and really buff everything out. There we go. So now, where the really cranberry aspect kind of comes into play, I'm going to take a clean blender brush, just like this one, and using this really shimmery burgundy shade here, it's called LA. I'm gonna gather a whole bunch of that on my brush, blow off the excess, and then I'm just going to pack this all in the middle, bringing that all into the edge of my eye, the corner of my eye, sorry, and it'll help to make that more burgundy shade pop out that we had originally buffed in. And then using that brush, I'm going to clean it off just a little bit. Just slightly blend up those colors. Gonna go in my inner eye crease, add a little bit more depth. Just with that pinky-y shade. Okay. Now, one of my favorite parts for the gold, I'm going to take a relatively flat top brush using this gold shade here. It's so pretty. I'm just gonna pack this on that flat top and just lay this all on the inner third of my eye. Do that on this eye as well. So now this is kind of what we got going for us so far. So now let's do my eyebrows because they're looking pretty scary. And then I'll finish with my eyeliner, eyelashes, all that good stuff. So for the eyebrows, I'm gonna gather my tools needed. So I'm gonna be using this angled eyeliner brush as well as a eyebrow pencil in 2 shades. This one is Mocha. So first step, using that same brown eyeliner, or I'm sorry, eyeshadow that I had originally used, I'm just going to pack some on that small angled brush, blow off the excess, and now I'm just going to draw a line along the lower line. I think what I might just do is kind of bust through my eyebrows and then I'll make a detailed tutorial on them later. Just because we're gonna end up spending way too much time on my eyebrows. So let's do this. I'm just going to quickly fill in my eyebrows. I saw something else once that had said girls with blonde eyebrows are like naked baby birds, which is pretty comparable to my lack of eyebrow. I mean, I'm not speaking on anyone else with blonde eyebrows, but just saying, if you look anything like me, eyebrow-wise, wouldn't be surprised. So I'm meeting my boyfriend for lunch today, as every Monday. And he was messaging me that he was getting really hungry. And so I'm like, oh, the fire under my butt a little bit to get going. I feel like what I'm struggling with is normally I'm like leaned in super close to the mirror, and in order to try to get a good angle, I'm not doing that. So kind of going off of memory of how everything feels. So far this is kind of how my eyebrows are looking. I'm just going to go in with this eyebrow gel, and it has like this small little angle on it with some brown pigment that I'm basically just going to gather a little bit of this on the brush and then draw in some hair strokes near the front of my eyebrow. Just to give a slightly more realistic impression. This is by far not nearly the way that I would want this tutorial to come out, but we are working with what we have available to us. So, continuing on, for eyeliner, I'm going to first start by using the eyeliner I'd used in the beginning to tightline and do my waterline. And I'm just going to put this in the inner corner of my eye. I do use a form of liquid eyeliner, and I feel that in the inner corner is where it tends to transfer the most. I don't know if that's like just because that's where my eyes get the most watery or what, but doing this step with my eyeliner first kind of helps to ensure everything stays in place the way that I want it to. So using this